should take care of. These are unprecedented and extraordinary times for the hospitality industry. Travel has taken a massive hit, and so have the industries dependent on it. Tourism, leisure, MICE, corporate travel, every sector.
As we still demand, you need to ramp up marketing and reach planners beginning to daydream about rebooking for business events and planning vacations. And when travel demand finally strengthens, you need to increase marketing efforts, focusing on intent as well as targeting the right demographics and feeder markets with the right messaging and packages. So let's start by looking at the new world in the new normal. The most telling of all trends would be the rise of hybrid events. Events where hotels need to be prepared not only with safe meeting places, but also cutting-edge broadcasting and hosting technologies, as planners are increasingly interested in hosting events which are a mix of face-to-face and virtual technology. Smaller meetings would continue to grow. As social distancing norms come into play and travel confidence taking time to come back to pre-COVID levels, the event sizes are anticipated to scale down. Planner and attendee safety would be top of mind of every hotelier once travel resumes. Some real-life examples are the world's largest hotel chain, Marriott International, embarking on a project, We Care, which will entail new standard operating procedures for its guests and staff. The chain has identified 200-plus touchpoints at its hotels where it will make changes to meet the new health and safety challenges. Usage of digital tools like even social tables will allow hotels to give virtual site visits to planners and also use its diagramming module to ensure social distancing norms will increase. With the aim to ensure minimum handling points on F&B, hotels will need to revisit their overall F&B strategy. Having more sanitization stations in the kitchen, packed meal for events, and buffet limitations. The last 2 points are more strategic in nature, which will have long-term implications. CVBs and DMOs are your best ally in times like these, as you both are working for the same objective, attracting more visitors to hotels in a destination. Finally, we'll cover what steps you need to take to instill confidence in travel managers. Creating a virtual experience shouldn't be taken lightly. Things like tech glitches and background noise can disrupt an event. It's critical to test run the environment to assure a realistic and seamless live stream. A few key things to remember. Optimize your venue's AV capabilities in terms of AV technology, power, and Wi-Fi. It may be beneficial to partner with an AV company. Communicate in advance with event planners to understand their requirements. Assess if you have adequate power and internet bandwidth. Lastly, test, and test again. This includes primary and you're taking to keep attendees safe. Hotels and venues are beginning to implement new programs and policies for sanitization and cleanliness. Hilton, for example, is taking measures like contactless check-in and adding room seals to each room door to notify that the room has not been accessed since its last thorough cleaning. It's possible that in the future, hotel rooms may come up with certifications to assure sanitization. Hilton is also doing things like increasing the frequency of cleaning and providing guests with disinfecting wipes. Disinfection of the most commonly used areas is another focus of their heightened cleaning protocol. When events begin again, standard operating procedures should include social distancing and protective equipment, temperature checks and other testing, isolating and contact tracing, and sanitization and disinfection of common and high-traffic areas. Also consider adding policies and procedures for workforce contact tracing following positive test results. It will likely become an expected norm for venues to be equipped with thermal scanning. This will be a must-have. Having this capability will add an element of risk for attendees. When it comes to planning, a key strategy is to use digital event diagramming tools and virtual planner tours. Not only are they easy to use in a remote setting, they also provide the transparency required by planners and facilitate communication across vendors. Like it or not, this new era in hospitality requires new mandates around site visits, event planning, and social distancing during events. According to Google Trends, virtual visits are on the rise. This is a sign that hotels need to be ready to provide a digital tour to planners. Overall, it's a good thing. Virtual tools save time and allow hoteliers to sell remotely, which improves efficiency. It's also a good way to give the planner the look and feel of being in the space and provide them with a photorealistic 360-degree model of the environment. Food and beverage is another area that will require creative solutions from hoteliers once in-person meetings begin again. When it comes to F&B at events, self-service buffets will not be viable options for quite some time. Seated dining could be an alternative as long as staff members are trained in sanitation and food handling measures. These added steps and extra layers of caution could result in additional costs to F&B. Some cost-effective solutions could be pre-packed meals that attendees can pick up from multiple locations, or boxed meals already placed at their seats. Harvard University, for example, suggests serving food in individual units like bagged lunches in water bottles and staggering serving stations. Convention and visitors bureaus and destination marketing organizations are some of hotels' biggest allies in this restart. They'll continue to play a big role in enticing people to visit locations once travel restrictions ease. Planners initially connect with CVBs or DMOs to tap into a wealth of local expertise and relationships. This allows them to get much of the initial legwork done quickly and efficiently. These organizations also supply hotels and venues with high-quality leads, and they're prepared to help hotels work with planners. This factor is a vital consideration when hotel staff are small and impacted. The group business leads that come from CVBs have already been vetted, and the CVBs will continue to help facilitate the partnership even after a response has been sent. When working with a CVB or a DMO, there are a few things to remember. Number one, pool your content, resources, and expertise. It will help you get up and run more quickly. Number two, keep your CVB updated. Let them know about your health and safety procedures and how you're planning to keep attendees safe and secure. Remember, they're your allies and a powerful resource as group business begins again. Just like meeting planners, travel managers also form a large portion of business for many hotels. Here are a few steps to ensure they stay safe. Place an emphasis on duty of care. The CBIN 2020 Travel Manager Report found that 4 in 10 travel managers cited employee safety and well-being as a primary challenge. Duty of care is a top priority for employers, which means travel managers must constantly review health and safety policies, as well as ensuring all staff are aware, prepped, and educated before leaving the country. Market to local preference. As we head into a post-COVID-19 state, flying, whether domestic or international, may be difficult to navigate. Whether or not travelers will have to do a 2-week quarantine every time they land in a foreign country is uncertain. From a health perspective, travel managers might be hesitant to put staff on flights due to risk of transmission. Travel managers may be looking at domestic travel rather than international. Develop dual travel or virtual programs. In this virtual, connected, and health-cautious world, we may see a shift in how business travel is managed and prioritized. Instead of companies sending multiple staff members, they may have some attend meetings virtually. This means hotels may see fewer travelers and an increase in virtual participation. Monitor travel manager preference for hotel type. The Cvent 2020 Travel Manager Report found an opportunity for lesser-known hotels to gain a place in travel programs. As one of their 3 preferences, 47% of respondents chose independent hotels and 33% chose boutique. In addition, less than 3 in 10 chose service apartments and sharing economy. Whether this trend will continue in a post-COVID world is uncertain. Hotels will need to communicate with travel managers about health and safety protocols and provide clear cancellation policies in order to earn a spot in their travel programs. Lastly, ensure transparency with buyers. The Cvent Travel Manager Report highlights a strong need among travel managers for openness and integrity. While the top-ranked negotiation challenge was rate increases year over year, the next 3 all relate to the reliability and accuracy of hotel communication. For example, 36% of hotel chain account managers did not convey company information to individual properties. 36% stated lack of transparency during pricing, and 32% of bids were not in accordance with the requirements of the bid submission document. So to summarize, travel managers want to engage with hoteliers to optimize their program. And when we polled travel managers at a recent virtual event, nearly 72% of the attendees expected to source in Q3 or Q4, with 16% expected to source in Q1 2021, and the remaining expecting to skip this sourcing season. Companies are planning for their recovery and preparing for travel to resume in 2021 by sending RFPs to their preferred hotels. It really is the start of a new era, and we need to adjust the way we do things. So let's take a look into where we are going. We have created a Cvent Supplier Network checklist for you to take care of the important items like user experience and sales hygiene. Within user experience, a few things that you should definitely take care of is making sure that all the relevant people in your team have access to your Cvent Supplier Network account. Within sales hygiene, do ensure that your team is responding to RFPs on a timely basis and ensuring that the bids are as personalized as possible. Moving on, these are a few profile and reporting checklists. Within profile management, do ensure that your profile is complete with all the relevant images, and if you have any, make sure that you're uploading your promotions to your profile as well, as they help in attracting more planners. Within reporting, make sure that you're looking at your competitors' profiles to assess how your profile ranks versus them. Do also ensure that you're leveraging all the reports that are given to you inside your Cvent account to assess your performance so far and also to identify improvement areas. To summarize, a few important items you should check off before restarting your business include preparing for hybrid events, leveraging your CVB or DMO, and focusing on small meetings. If you're interested in reviewing the Hotel Manager's Guide to Restarting MICE and Transient Business, the download link of this resource is added to the resource link. Feel free to download your copy. Make sure to use this downtime to sharpen your skills with Cvent's certification program for hospitality professionals. The good thing is it's free for now. You can find the registration link on the console. We understand many of you are short-staffed, so there are a lot more things that we are doing for our hospitality customers, such as training and certifications for your team, help you with unresponded RFPs, and update your profile content. Let us know if you need our assistance, as we're happy to help. Thank you everyone for your time today. I hope you found this session informative. I will now open the floor to any questions.
Thank you very much, guys, and that would be the end of the
Okay, so I'm just checking the Q&A section for any questions.